Hi, everyone. This is Sarah Boissonneault from the Northeast Conference. I'm joined today by Peyton Blain, who is a men's volleyball player at St. Francis U. Peyton, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to chat with us.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
First, Peyton was just named the co-chair of the NEC SAAC. So congratulations on that. That's a huge honor. Can you just talk about what that means for you, for your team, and for St. Francis University to have you in this position?
Yeah, I think it's awesome. I'm so excited to represent St. Francis and ultimately be a representative for the whole NEC conference. Um, I don't know if anyone or who knows the NEC conference, but men's volleyball actually just got moved to the NEC conference. We were initially in the EIVA, but now with our move to the NEC conference, the conference actually expands. There's a bunch of teams adding men's volleyball in the NEC conference. So I think that's one of the things I was going to talk about that I'm excited for, becoming, well, I guess, co-chair of the NEC conference is fresh excitement to the conference. And I think adding men's volleyball and sliding St. Francis men's volleyball into the NEC conference is going to do just that and just bring some more excitement to the whole NEC conference and ultimately SAAC.
You took one of my questions. Can you just maybe expand on how great it is for you and your teammates to be a part of the NEC and what you're looking forward to for the inaugural season in 2022-23?
What I'm excited for is that, like I said, the NEC, there's more teams that are adding men's volleyball. So now, just when fans of men's volleyball they'll see the NEC conference as a major men's volleyball conference along with the Coastal Carolinas, or not Coastal Carolinas, the Carolina Conference, the Big West, all those other big volleyball conferences. Now the NEC conference will be recognized as a volleyball conference. So I think that's really good for NEC conference recognition.
Coach Rummy I had the opportunity to meet him when I was out at St. Francis U for softball, and he's a great guy, but he really talked about and prided himself on how much community service the men's volleyball team does and how much work they've done on campus and within the Loretto community. Can you just talk about some of the initiatives that men's volleyball has taken on over the years, and just, what your team has done to make an impact?
Yeah, it's definitely been restricted. I'm going to my third year. My freshman year definitely was restricted with COVID. We were trying really hard to stay in our bubble, so the community service we did was limited. But just this past year, we did a handful of good things. We did some stuff actually in the local Loretto community, which is pretty tight knit and small to begin with. We served turkey dinners to thousands and thousands of people. It was out of a church. That was good community service right there. That was a Saturday. Another thing we did in the fall was I can't remember the specifics of where it was, or I know where it was, but I forgot what it was called. But we did do farm work, and just basically it's like a local produce thing near Crescent. We helped out, did some farm work again on a Saturday for a couple hours. But yeah, we do a couple good things. It's definitely harder in the spring with obviously volleyball going on, but Rummy and everyone else, part of our staff, does a great job of trying to wedge in community service when we can.
No, that's really awesome. Obviously, as a student athlete, you have a very busy schedule balancing academics and athletics, and it's really great that your team is taking the time to give back and get out in the community. So it's really awesome. Looking at your resume, it's filled with tons of leadership roles that you've taken on at St. Francis U. Can you just tell us a little bit about what you've done individually on campus and how you think this can help you in your new role as co-chair of the NEC SAAC?
Yeah, I love getting involved. I want to try to do as much as I possibly can, because I'm only in college for 4 years, and I'm only in college for 2 more years now. So I'm just trying to do as much as I possibly can. Obviously I'm on the men's volleyball team. That takes a lot of time on my schedule. But outside of that, I'm part of SAAC at St. Francis. I'm also part of the Apple leadership team at St. Francis. I actually just ran for finance chair of the SAAC e-board, and I got elected into that. So I love doing stuff for the athletic department, especially. So that's just some of the stuff, some of the highlights of what I do at St. Francis.
No, it's really awesome. You've also talked about how, a passion that you have is helping others. What's been kind of the driving force behind that?
I mean, I think what I mentioned on in particular is helping teammates. I just want to be, I want to be competitive. I want to be good. I don't want to just put this time to waste. So helping others around me, I think is really important to an overall individual and team success.
And can you just talk about how your experience as a student athlete will help you in this new position with the SAAC?
In particular, probably just juggling multiple tasks. I mean, handling schoolwork, travel, getting, for example, my body ready to play. All those things, juggling multiple tasks at once will definitely help me with in this position for the next 2 years.
And I know you're obviously new, especially with men's volleyball recently being added to the NEC, so you really haven't had the experience to work with SAAC yet. But how excited are you, and what are some initial goals that you hope that you have in working with SAAC and other student athletes from member institutions?
Yeah, so we actually did have SAAC, even though we were in the EIVA, because St. Francis was still in the NEC conference. We were I think we were the only team not, maybe our softball team. We're one of the very few teams that weren't in the NEC conference, because the NEC conference didn't have any volleyball schools. But now, especially now that we're in the NEC, I was actually talking to my athletic advisors yesterday about this new position, and one thing they mentioned was just the participation and just the excitement for SAAC in past years just isn't here now. So that's one thing I definitely want to bring back, is because I think SAAC is just it's a great organization, and I just want to make it known to all athletes that it's here for them, and it's exciting to utilize. So definitely want to bring excitement to SAAC. I also, like you mentioned before, the community service. I don't just want to do community service things that are just tedious and not. I mean, I want to do a lot of great community service and a lot of meaningful community service. So those are just a couple ideas I have going forward.
And St. Francis U has obviously knocked it out of the park community service wise. They swept all 3 of the NEC's awards. Can you just comment about that and just what a great community that you're a part of as being a student athlete there?
Yeah, I'm definitely really proud of St. Francis University for sweeping those. But like I said, just the excitement that St. Francis brings to community service, and just those little competitions like that. I definitely want to spread that competitiveness across the whole conference.
No, that's really awesome. One final thing, you're obviously in your car right now. It's summertime. So can you just tell us maybe why you're in your car and just how you've spent the beginning part of your summer so far?
Yes, I to start the summer off, I spent some time just relaxing. I do a lot of stuff outdoors. I fished a lot, played some golf. I wouldn't play too well, but I played some golf. And but yeah, so I'm working over the summer. I'm on a short break this morning. I'm an accounting major, so I'm just doing some accounting work with the company. But yeah, I just like to just trying to gain some experience, so going forward.
I'm with you with the bad golf. I've been out a few times and haven't played well, so hopefully there's always room for improvement, right?
Yeah, seriously.
Well, thank you very much for joining us today, Peyton, and we're really excited for you to be in this new role with the SAAC, and we can't wait to see what contributions you're going to bring, and I'm sure we'll be catching up soon. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, absolutely. Super grateful for the opportunity to serve, and can't wait to get started.